Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Babagbagede Imo TV. I am Moribe Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines. Buhari appoints Christy Uba as NYC acting DG. Abiodun renames Taski as Sikiru Aditono, College of Education, Science and Technology. Group accuses security personnel of abating insecurity in Kaduna community. Unknown gunmen invade Oguta, LGA in Imo. France trapped Australia 4-1 to launch World Cup defense. And to the next sports story, Germany versus Japan, live stream TV channel, kickoff time and where to watch according to Nigerian time. World Cup 2022, still information coming. Morocco versus Croatia match preview. Now the news in detail. President Muhammad Buhari has appointed the Director of Information and Communication Technology, Christy Uba, who is the most senior director at the National Youth Service Corps, NYC, as the Director General of the scheme. Uba is now acting as the Director General of NYC, pending the appointment of a substantive Director General. The appointment of Uba is coming following President Buhari's order to remove Brigadier General Mohammed Kaku, father, as Director General of NYC. Uba's appointment was confirmed by the Director of Press and Public Relations of NYC, Eddie Megwa. It was gathered that President Buhari sacked father over alleged incompetence and lack of capacity to hold the position. The sources said President Buhari made a decision on Thursday after presiding over the Federal Executive Council (FEC) meeting at the presidential villa in Abuja. Father's removal comes 6 months after his appointment as the NYC DG in May 2022 and became the 19th person to hold the position of the head of the youth scheme. Moving on to the next story from Ogun State. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has formally renamed Tai Sholari College of Education Taske, or more accurately as Sikiru Aditono College of Education, Science and Technology, Sakotech, with pledge that the institution would remain a college of education with the mandate to groom middle-level teachers for the educational system of the country. Abiodun, who disclosed these during the formal unveiling of Sakotech, said that his administration will make the institution envy of others in the country. The governor said that despite the change in the name, the institution would continue to run its degree programs as well as accommodate science and technology courses. He declared that his administration will support the college in the area of infrastructure, saying that the ongoing reconstruction of Ala Road passing through Ijebu would soon be commissioned. The governor, who said that Ijebu land had prospered under the Awujale, also commanded the monarch for single-handedly establishing a world-class international institute of governance at the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agowe. Moving on to the next story from Kaduna. Religious leaders under the auspices of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, in Senga local government area of Kaduna State, have passed a vote of no confidence on a section of security agencies over insecurity in the area. This was part of the resolutions reached at the end of a summit by pastors in the area, following what they termed the destruction of crops, macheting, and indiscriminate killing of Christians across Senga local government area. Apostle Silas Dabo, the CAN secretary in the area, while reading the communique signed by the chairman and secretary of the association to newsmen shortly after presenting a copy to the offices of the council chairman and forward operating base of Operation Safe Haven in the Gùnm on Tuesday, he lamented that the conflict between pastoralists and farmers had become a merchandise and easy path to opulence by some section of the security agencies in the local government. He explained that the whole situation had left farmers helpless, aggravated the situation, and appealed to the higher authorities to investigate the alleged favoritism and lack of justice. The pastors noted that for the fragile peace to be maintained, the security agency should desist from taking side on conflict between farmers and pastoralists and ensure that justice is done. From that story, we go to the next story in Imo State. Youth and influential personalities of Kwesi Autonomous Community in Oguta, LGA, have fled the community following a show of supremacy between the Agbo security outfit and unknown gunmen. Last week in Nkwesi, a young man and a constable identified as Emeka Ngoka was shot point blank before his kinsmen by the unknown gunmen operating on 3 motorcycles. An indigene who pleaded anonymity told reporters that the slain Emeka Ngoka was accused of being an informant to Ibubiagu. An indigene said no sooner had the unknown gunmen zoomed off than the Ibubiagu security operatives landed, ransacking all corners of the community and releasing shots intermittently. Indigenes campaigned for safety amidst the confusion. As soon as the Ibubiagu left, the unknown gunmen landed too to display in the same manner. They picked 3 youths and took them to an unknown destination. The 3 young men were released later in the day with wounds as a result of torture. Moving on to the next story from sports. Olivier Giroud scored twice as World Cup holders France recovered from the shock of going behind to thump Australia 4-1 in their opener in Qatar on Tuesday. Veteran striker Giroud drew level with Thierry Henry's all-time record of 51 goals for France, and Adrien Rabiot and Kylian Mbappe also scored after Australia took a surprise 9th-minute lead through Greg Gùnm. Australia coach Graham Arnold admitted his side found France just too much to handle after the Socceroos lost 4-1 to the reigning champions in their opening game. At the end of the day, the quality of the French team, Arnold said when asked to explain Australia's defeat in the Group D encounter at Al Janoub Stadium. Moving to the next story. Everything you need to know to watch Japan and Germany match World Cup 2022 match in the UK, US, India and more. 4-time world champions Germany will kick off their campaign in the 2022 edition of the tournament in Qatar with a fixture against Japan in the Khalifa International Stadium. Moving on to the next story, which concludes the national news. This is the first-time encounter between Morocco and Croatia at a World Cup. The team met once before in December 1996 in a friendly ASEAN Second Trophy tournament in Casablanca. The game ended 7-6 in favor of the Croatians on penalties. It also saw 3 red cards handed out. Ranked 22nd, Morocco, led by Chelsea midfielder Hakim Ziyech, head into this competition on a 5-match unbeaten streak. However, the last time the Atlant Lions won a World Cup match was in 1998, a 3-0 win over Scotland. That ends the national news this hour. Before we go, some major headlines. Buhari appoints Christy Uba as NYC acting DG. Abiodun renames TASEC as Sikiru Adetono College of Education, Science and Technology. And on sports, France trashed Australia 4-1 in their match opener. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is Bababagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placement only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Regila Lawa. Good afternoon.